Hello, this is Dan and Marlon's Show and Tell.
Episode 5.
Episode 5. I'm Dan and this is...
Marlon.
And yeah, we're going to be showing something that we are each interested in.
Rubik's Pyramids.
We had a 3-year break. Last time we did it was... a long time ago, in the times that we would rather forget, where we were all at home, didn't have a great deal to do. And so yeah, we did 4 episodes of show and tell. I can't remember all of the things that we showed.
I mean, first of all, I showed a tomb.
Oh yeah, you showed a Lego tomb.
And you showed your knife.
Oh yeah, and I showed a knife whose wooden handle I made. Marlon is obviously going to show this. Tell everyone what this is called, dude.
Rubik's Pyraminx.
Rubik's Pyraminx. And yeah, I am going to show something that I've made. So I'm just multitasking here.
I thought you brought the vests, not knitted them.
Well, I'll get to that in just a minute.
Solved it.
You solved it. Okay. Let's just pop a little comment for everyone. Okay, so I'm going to go first. Yeah? If anyone's got any questions, feel free to pop them in the comments there, like that one.
Last time the comments didn't work.
I wouldn't worry about that. Okay, I'm going to start. So, I'll quickly do mine because, you know, grown-ups are generally boring, aren't they? So we'll get my thing done first, and then you can talk us through this Rubik's Pyraminx. So, yeah, during the time where we had to all... well, at times we could only meet up in the garden and everything. We were hanging out at our garden bar that I built, which maybe I'll show on another occasion. And yeah,
I mean, you can't get it in the studio.
Okay. To keep warm, I was cuddling a hot water bottle, and the amazing inventor, maker, designer, architect, I think, I don't actually know how to say his name properly, Ben Ayuda, he has a YouTube channel, Homemade Modern. He, at that time, came up with this really cool idea where he was pointing out that pub heaters, if you picture them in your mind's eye, they're a heated element above you, and it sort of pushes hot air down.
But it just goes into the air.
Exactly, it just goes into the air. So the sort of idea with those, outdated idea, is that you might sort of be in that hot air, kind of as if the heat is like a shower, and you know it's just going to go on you somehow.
I mean, to be fair, the doors might be shut, so I'll just stay in there like some tank.
I see what you mean, but generally those heaters are in pub gardens where people used to smoke. So you'd be outside, and one of those would be above you, and you're sitting at your table having your lemonade or whatever you might be doing. And so yeah, some of it is coming down. Generally, you'd have a really hot one side of your face where the heater is, and then heat rises, so it comes, heats your face, maybe you get a little bit on the rest of your body, and then it goes up. And so yeah, Ben Ayuda had this idea during that period, let's heat people rather than spaces. And so he invented, thank you. Let's pull it over a smidge. He invented these concrete benches, I think they were concrete, with a heating filament in them, and I guess, you know, some kind of thermostat so you didn't burn your bum. And yeah, I just thought that made so much more sense, you know, to literally turn that idea upside down. And so I was already in the habit of making a hot water bottle to keep myself warm. And so, yeah, with that idea in mind, I sort of was inspired by him / copied him and made the hot water bottle vest. It's had mixed reviews.
Make yourself famous.
Make myself famous. It's had mixed reviews. So it's 2 vests. I wanted to make it as cheaply as possible, just to sort of as a proof of concept. Yeah, I'll try not to itch it. It's all. As a proof of concept, so I got 2 vests from H&M and stitched them together just there in a hot water bottle shape. Do you remember how much these vests were?
Like money?
Yeah. How many pounds?
200?
Not 200, no. So I wanted to get them as cheap as possible just to, as a proof of concept, and so I got these two from H&M for £3 each. So there's £6 worth of vests, and they are very thin, which I guess comes with the territory. Well, of a cheap vest. Right, I'm going to put this on just to show you how it works. And so yeah, one of the main reasons that it's perhaps not as popular as it could have been is because once you slide the hot water bottle in,
it looks like you have a baby.
Yeah, it kind of, you get Henry VIII vibes, which I appreciate.
Was Henry VIII fat?
Yeah, he had a big tummy. Yeah. Oh, we've got Jodie Coffee here saying hello. Yeah, so I can appreciate, not everyone wants to look like they've got a massive water-filled tummy. If I were to make it again, I think I would stick with the cheapest possible £3 H&M vest, but then for the outer one, I would go for a thicker sort of
vibe thing.
A thicker vibe, yeah. Like a sort of canvassy sports vest. For I don't really know what you'd call that. Just one that sort of holds its shape more, like not denim, but yeah, canvas is kind of the best I can think of. So yeah, that's my hot water bottle vest. Even though it's had mixed reviews on the aesthetic side of it, it is actually really effective, and it's really nice and cozy. In the 3 years since then, or I suppose 2.5, whatever, I have seen various products kind of like this, but it seems like no one really wants to look really fat, and so the ones that I've seen are sort of some kind of sling type bum bag type thing.
Bum bag? What's a bum bag?
I'll show you later. Some do include, a pocket for a hot water bottle, but they're on the outside of your clothes, and so the whole point really is that you accept that you might look like you're really fat and have the hot water bottle as close to your core as possible.
Is it like a puff, a bum bag?
No, it's like a little pocket that you wear around your waist, and you can put like your money in there and stuff. Anyway, that's enough from me. Let's have Marlon show us a Rubik's Pyraminx. Do you want to hold it up here? Oh, I see. You want to go for an extreme close-up. Cool. There is the extreme close-up of the Rubik's Pyraminx.
It has 9 tiles on each side.
So 9 tiles on each side. Let's just cut back to here so we can see you as well as your Pyraminx. You could lift it up a bit. So it's got 9 tiles on each side. It's currently solved. Why don't I quickly jumble it up? Okay, you jumble it up, and then why don't you give us a little bit of
information
on how you go about solving it? Because I think it's one of those things, well, maybe you'd agree, maybe you'd disagree. Jodie says she loves the extreme close-up. The Pyraminx is maybe one of those things where it looks really confusing, right? Before you know how to solve it. So, did you get that for Christmas? Or for your birthday last year?
Christmas.
For Christmas. So, at first it was just like a real mystery, right? And then once we'd spent a while getting used to it, do you remember how we figured out how to solve it?
When we went to Nana's house, we went on some app thing to solve Rubik's Pyraminxes.
Yeah, I think we found a YouTube tutorial, didn't we? And I guess because there's only 4 sides rather than the cube has 6 sides, that actually reduces the complexity quite a bit, right?
And also, we don't solve it like the 10 or 11 step algorithm, solve it by the 3 or 4 step.
Exactly, so that's what I was getting at. So because there's only 4 sides to it, yes, with 9 tiles instead of the 6 sides, that doesn't just make it a third more simple, that actually makes it way more simple. And so yeah, solving the regular cube is really quite complicated, and sort of, it doesn't really feel intuitive. It feels like trying to remember a set of algorithms, whereas with this...
What would be the math thing, like 4 times 9 or what?
I'm not sure what you mean.
Like 4 times 9 thing, like...
Do you mean how many different combinations could you have on there?
No, like, can't think of how to describe what I'm trying to say.
Why don't you see if it comes to you while we just carry on talking about this? Yeah? So it's not a third easier than the cube, where it feels like you're just trying to recite a set of algorithms. It's actually way easier. I guess it would be inverse exponential? Inverse exponential? And so actually you only have to remember, depending on how it's been shuffled, it's like 3 or 4 steps, right? And so those 3 or 4 steps are simple enough that you can actually sort of semi-intuit it. So why don't you quickly, well, not whatever, quickly or slowly, why don't you talk us through solving it? You don't have to go through every single step, but just hold it up so it's on screen, and why don't you solve it and just tell us what you're doing with each bit.
First, you need to solve the little tip, not like that tip, like that. Just like get everyone matching.
Okay. We've got a comment here. Does Marlon mean it can be calculated using maths? How much more complex it is than the cube?
What exactly does that mean?
So I guess Jodie's asking, are you wondering if maths can tell us how complicated this is compared to the cube, or were you talking about some other maths?
Talking about some other maths.
Okay, right, carry on. Sorry, we interrupted you. So hold it up so we can see. So you were saying the first step is to match the 1, 2, 3, 4 tips to their adjacent colour. Okay.
Then second step is like...
Let's pull you over a second.
You could... whichever side you are, so just solve that side. And can't really describe.
That doesn't matter if you can't describe it.
I mean, for example, if I want to solve the red, it has another red there, so all I do is just any move, like
Away.
up, away, down, and then that red bit's gone, and then the neighbour
Hold it up
to
here.
the red bit is blue, and the blue's already matching, so all I need to do is I just need to go up, away, then down, then his neighbour's green and it's already matching, so I just do the same. Now I do the same. Now I solve the red.
Oh, hold it up here in the middle. There you go. Hold it a bit closer. I think the focus is a bit off. In the middle, so towards me a smidge. There you go. Is it going to focus? Naughty camera.
Now I'm going to solve the yellow. So there is a flip-flop, but to get rid of that flip-flop, not using the real flip-flop thing, just
Is it the same algorithm as what you did for the red, or is it something different?
same algorithm.
Okay, so far there's just 2 steps. We've matched the tips.
Up, away from me, then down. Now look, his neighbour's green bar isn't matching.
Wow.
So I just need to turn it. Now go up towards me, then down. Now just turn that tip. Solved it.
Oh wow, so I guess it's different for each shuffle, but on this occasion that was kind of just 2 steps really, would you say? We matched the tips, then you did that up, away from you, back down or whatever it was, and that was pretty much it, right?
No, and then I need to turn it.
Oh, okay. Cool. Right, well, let's leave it there. If anyone else has any questions, pop them in the comments and we can answer them in the next episode. Our next episode, we're going to talk. We're gonna have it topical. Marlon, do you remember what our topic's going to be for the next episode?
How to fix mistakes.
Yeah. So when you're making stuff, not that Marlon and I are experts in making things.
His wooden bowl, he chipped a piece out and then he replaced it for a triangle.
Well, that's next episode's punchline given away. So Marlon and I aren't experts at making things or at recovering from mistakes, but when they happen, I guess it's easy to be disheartened, and so it's a never-ending process, I suppose, of trying to not destroy whatever it is that you're halfway through making. You know, like maybe you're doing a drawing and then you accidentally colour a bit in the wrong colour. It's really important not to go and destroy the whole thing, but to maybe take a deep breath and find a way to fix it, right? So that's going to be our topic of our next episode of Show and Tell. Whenever we get round to doing that, that's enough of that. So I have been Dan. You've been and still are
Marlon, obviously.
And this has been our episode 5 Show and Tell. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll hopefully see you in the next one. You going to do a wave?
Yeah!